All right, so today we're going to be talking about tax, tip, discount, and markups. All right, so Jose buys a new jacket that is marked up. As $64. If sales tax is 5.5%, how much tax is Jose going to pay for the jacket? All right, so 9 times out of 10, when we have these types of problems, right, when we have our consumer math, our tax, tip, discount, markups, what we're going to be looking for is, when you write out your two proportions, we're going to be looking for this guy. All right, so like I said, 9 times out of 10. All right, so when we set these up, what we're going to have is either our tax, our tip, discount, or markup in our first numerator. All right, and the denominator in our first fraction is going to be our money total, right? Our money total. And then our second fraction is always going to be percent over 100. So all we have to do is find the pieces and fill this in. All right, well, we already have 100, so that's fine. Our percent's going to be 5.5. Our total is 64. And like I said, we're usually looking for this tax, tip, discount, or markup. And in this case, it's going to be tax. So when I start filling this in, I'll put an X in for my tax, 64 for my total. We said that in my percent was 5.5, and percents are always over 100. All right, and then we're going to cross multiply the numbers that we can and divide by X's partner. Remember, X's partner is diagonal across. And when we do that, X is going to equal $3.52. All right, so now here's what we really need to look at and read the question. So it says, how much tax is Jose going to pay? All right, so our big thing that we're just looking for is how much tax. All right, so this would actually be our answer because that is our tax, right? This is our X. And you can see that our X is where our tax would be. All right, example 2, Marcy and her brother went to dinner at a TGI Fridays on Saturday. Personally, this whole sentence doesn't mean anything to me for this problem, right? That's just a bit of a story. I don't care about Marcy and her brother going to TGI Fridays. Their bill came to $25.65. Marcy decides to leave a tip for 25% for their waitress. What was Marcy's total bill after leaving the tip? All right, so again, remember I said that when we set up our two proportions, in the numerator in the first one, we're going to have tax, tip, discount, or markup. In this case, we have a tip. We're also going to have our money total, and that's always going to be over percent over 100. So all I have to do is fill in my proportion. Well, I know I'm looking for my tip, right? Like I said, we're usually going to have an X there. My total is $25.65. It gives me my percent as 25% for, that's what my tip is going to be, and that's always over 100. And as we've done before with proportions, cross multiply the numbers you can and divide by X's partner. And when you do that, X is going to equal $6.41. All right, again, this is where it becomes really important that you read the question. What was Marcy's total bill, right? Total bill. So that's what we're looking for, is what her total bill is. All right, so when we have that, what we want to do is add. We're going to add our tip and our total. And that will be our total bill. All right, and in this case, we will add our $6.41 plus the total, which was $25.65, and your answer is going to be $32.06. All right, Vans has a deal on their shoes this weekend. Let me move this out of the way. Oops. Vans has a deal on their shoes this weekend. You spend $75 on a new pair of shoes and receive a 30% discount. How much did you save on your new shoes? So again, as we've been doing, set up your two fractions for your proportion. And here in the numerator on the first, we're going to have our discount, and that's going to be over our total. And it's always going to equal percent over 100. When I fill this in, my discount's my X, my total is 75. My percent savings or discount is 30, and that's always over 100. So I cross multiply the numbers that I can and divide by X's partner. When I do that, X is going to equal $22.50. Right? Again, we look at this question. How much did you save on your new shoes? How much did you save? So if it's asking us how much we saved, it's asking us what our discount was. And we know that X was in fact our discount. So our answer is just $22.50. All right, at the mattress firm, so I should have moved these earlier. At the mattress firm, the original price of a mattress is $750. The store decides to mark up the mattress 85%. What is the sale price of the mattress? So here we're going to have a markup. That's going to be over our money total, and that's always going to equal percent over 100. Well, I need to fill this in. So usually my markup, my discount, my total, my markup, discount, tax, or tip is going to be my variable, what I'm looking for. I know my total is 750, and that's going to equal, 85% over 100. And when I cross multiply and then divide by X's partner, you'll see that X is going to equal $637.50. All right. Now here's where you really have to look at the question. And when you look at the question, it says, what is the sales price? Sales price. Well, when you think about what a markup is, so a business gets this mattress for $750. That's what they paid for it. Well, they got to make some money. So they're going to charge you a markup, right? So we're going to take our $750 original price, and we're going to add our markup to it, and you'll see that our total is $1,387.50. And that would be your final answer. Again, because we have to add our markup plus total to get our sale price, our final price, right? Our total price. All right, if you have any questions, make sure you ask a teacher. Other than that, have a great afternoon.